Hey everybody, welcome back to another fine entry into the Duke Nukem Mega Thread. I'm still Negroth, obviously. And we are going back to an old classic and really what some would consider to be the quintessential Duke outing, which is Duke Nukem 3D. You may notice some minor changes so far, but for right now, this is the first level of the first episode. I think it was originally shareware, so pretty much everybody out there in the public, were they wanting to, could have played this. But this is actually a tad bit different from what you might be used to. Visually, it looks kind of the same. It has some additions of the Duke Nukem Atomic Edition and Duke Plus. But this is actually a newer mod called Attrition, which was made by the same guy that made Duke Plus. You may have noticed just now I picked up kind of it looked like a flashing med kit. That actually increased our overall health. You may notice, even though I already picked up an atomic health, so I'm already over at 100, you may notice it's 135 out of 101. That means that I've actually increased my overall health by 1. And enemies will continue to randomly drop those, along with additions to pretty much everything in your inventory. You can get increases to your med kit, scuba gear, hollow duke, everything. Even your overall ammo count. I think I'm wanting to say it tops out at 255. But for right now, we are just going around collecting some secrets. Also, I should say that, getting your armor up to like 250, pretty nice. But for right now, since if you want to consider this basically some RPG elements to Duke Nukem, we are, I don't want to say starting out weak because obviously we're Duke Nukem and we're all man. But we will obviously get stronger as the game progresses. This is a weapon that was pretty much introduced with the Duke Plus engine, which is the laser pistol. Normally, I don't really like it, but in Attrition, it is amazing. You don't really get enough ammo for it, but it actually levels up pretty quickly, and its level ups are amazing to say the least. For right now, though, I'm gonna try to spread to get some information more about the leveling system itself, at least with the weapons, you get experience from killing enemies with said weapon. So you can actually weaken an enemy with a kick and then finish them off with, let's say, the pistol, so that you can save some pistol ammo. Or you can just do what I do and shoot a bunch of pistol ammo into a guy until he dies, because, fuck strategy and min-maxing and all that noise. I'm here to kill shit and have a good time. But as you may notice right now, the pistol is firing a bit slow. Thankfully, it will not always be that way. A lot of the weapons are noticeably handicapped from the get-go, such as the rocket launcher, not exploding in my face. That's just something I enjoy doing on my own volition. No, the rocket launcher, since it is a quote-unquote heavy weapon, actually makes you move reasonably slower. So, to get full mobility, we're actually going to have to get some experience with it. And sadly, that is going to take a bit of doing, to say the least, especially since I think it's the 3rd level of leveling up with that weapon. But for right now, we just went through a woman's crotch to get a jetpack and some more shotgun ammo, which is always a nice metaphor, I'm sure. But yeah, the first and easiest thing to level up is probably the pistol. It has the most amount of ammo laying around and levels up fairly quickly. I don't think that all the levels are normalized for each weapon. Like, I think you have to get a lot more kills with the rocket launcher than opposed to, like the pistol or the shrinker, just because they're considered, I guess, slower weapons to kill things. Well, maybe not the shrinker, but the shrinker does seem to level up a lot quicker than most of the other weapons. But I'm mostly going to be trying to not speed through these levels as quickly as possible, but I'm just going to be under the general assumption that some of you have maybe seen these levels and are just revisiting them and viewing this mod as an addition, and a rather fun addition. But yeah, as you could just see there, I actually got the level 1 with the pistol and said increased rate of fire, and it is a very noticeable increased rate of fire, I'll say that much. And I don't know if it was an odd bug or something, but whenever oh, we'll see in just a second. But that's pretty much the final secret of the level. I always liked how out of the way that one is, and it actually gives you a pretty good reward for your efforts as opposed to this secret up here, which you can only reach with a jetpack, and it just refills your jetpack, so it seems kind of unnecessary, I suppose. But yeah, you'll notice right now that the spread on the shotgun is pretty wide, to say the least, and thankfully that's something that will be fixed as we level up. And you know, thankfully the shotgun is not too difficult to level up, just because you know it already starts out as a strong weapon in the first place. But that is the first level done. We'll head on to the second level. And oddly enough, whenever I loaded into when I reloaded my save into the second level, it automatically leveled up my shotgun. So, hooray for that! It looked like the level 2 upgrade was a stun and knockback. Very nice, I should say. Especially if you want to knock some guys off cliffs or just, you know, stun them. Which right now well, I don't think the pistol ever gets that ability to stun. But yeah, having a nice stun ability is, you know, very valuable, to say the least. Not to say that the pistol doesn't get better, it's just outside of just having a plentiful amount of ammo always around, the pistol never really exceeds its usefulness, I should say. But yeah, we're just killing some enemies in this nice little adult bookstore. It's always pleasant place to be. I'm not sure if you visited your local adult bookstore, or if they're even still present in this modern day age of, you know, porn on the internet. But they're there in some annals of the past. And I'm awesome at this game. Yeah, the slowed speed with the rocket launcher can definitely throw you off if you're used to, you know, the speed of Duke all the time. And I also think the Devastator has a similar handicap early on that requires you to level quite a few times before you can actually move at full speed. Which, if you have never played Duke Nukem before or played against any of the bosses in Duke Nukem, yeah, have fun when you actually get to the end, as we'll be seeing by the end of this episode. Well, the end of this episode of Duke, not by the end of this particular video. This particular video only encompasses the first 2 levels. Also, you may have noticed that guy kind of having some shadows behind him. Since this is running off the Duke Plus modifications, it also has the modified Duke Nukem Plus enemies. So enemies will be randomized to have better weapons, better abilities. I think we'll be seeing a couple more times, and something that was pretty dastardly tricked that it took me a while to figure out. But some of these grunts actually have a hologram device, and that hologram will make enforcers that you can't kill. You actually have to kill the grunt that is operating the hologram device. And that hologram does a shit ton of damage, especially when you're not expecting it. When you're just walking around and suddenly you see kind of a transparent enforcer coming at you, whittling away your health. Yeah, have fun with that. And that's, after a while, you'll kind of realize that's the least of your worries, as some of the other more powerful enemies, yeah, they're kind of bad news, and we'll be seeing them soon enough. For right now, though, we have got the key that will allow us to continue on through the level. Just trying to collect a few things, especially some rather useful armor. I will say that one of the other new nice features that was actually part of Duke Plus that I don't think I pointed out before was if you can basically pick up additional like med kits off the ground even when you're at full health, and it will just add to your overall health or med kit. So as you can see right now, even though there hasn't been a med kit so far in the level, I actually already have a full med kit waiting for me in case I need it. It's both a good and a bad thing. It just makes you pay a little bit more attention so that you, like, let's say you have, you know, a half full med kit, but you're only missing like 5 of your max health. You run across a full med, or a you know, a large medical thing, and that will normally give you 30. But if it's just adding to your direct life, it will only give you 5. So instead, you'd actually just want to use your med kit, get back to 5, and have the rest of the 25 added to your portable med kit. It's a very nice feature, and I really want to thank DeepThought for, you know, making what was already a great FPS even better. But yeah, just trying to collect a few more secrets and trying to level up the pipe bomb a bit. The pipe bomb, you may not think it would be as easy to level up, but it seems that they always, at least in the first episode, they always seem to give you like a lot of ammo for it, even though I was having trouble killing that Octobrain for some reason. Also, as you continue to level up, you know, each individual weapon, it will also give you overall level ups for Duke himself, such as you may have been able to notice that the reloading animation was a bit slow just now. You can actually level, I think once you reach level 5 or 6 for a particular weapon, you'll then get an overall Duke upgrade, which will allow him to quickly change weapons as opposed to change weapons like a grandma would, I suppose. And those are all really nice features. I think one of the last ones I unlocked was like a vampiric healing effect, which I guess meant that every time I did damage to someone, I actually got healed for it, so that's incredibly fucking useful. And one thing that I'm still trying to figure out, there are some new utilitarian items, such as the, you can see below the night vision goggles, there's kind of this lightning box thing. I've been trying to figure out what the hotkey is for that, and probably just takes a bit more investigating by me, but yeah, it's supposed to be a I guess it's supposed to be steroids for your weapons, to basically cause you to do more damage with the weapons. So I can explain everything twice. There's also, you'll notice kind of a nuke symbol above the portable med kit. I think that's supposed to allow you to put down a very large explosive. Still trying to figure out how to use it, but I'll figure it out soon enough. There's only so many buttons on the keyboard. But yeah, we've already leveled up the... Hey. Stop. Come on, pipe bomb. Alright, never mind. Yeah, the pipe bombs in this particular mod seem to be especially lubricated for some reason, so it's not always easy picking them back up after they've been set in motion. And we just reached level 1 with the pipe bombs, and you may see that the upgrade was something called bomblets. Bomblets are incredibly interesting and very colorful, to say the least. Basically, after a pipe bomb explodes, it will then release very tiny little bombs that will then explode everywhere in the surrounding area. It's very, very nice, especially for taking out multiple enemies that seemingly survived the initial blast for some reason. And normally most people would make sure not to kill the strippers because, you know, boobies. But, you know, just to get some additional XP, I'd figure, you know, it's a sacrifice for the greater cause, so I'm sorry, ladies. I need the XP. But yeah, we've already leveled up the rocket. It still has the speed handicap, which is kind of annoying, but it does have additional damage and I think a stun effect, which it's only better for some of the larger enemies. We're actually about to level up the laser, which is nice. One thing I will say about the laser is it's not the smartest projectile in the world, which is kind of annoying. And it's weird, I thought I had killed that guy because it said I leveled up, but apparently not. But yeah, this game still also has the alt fire ability of Duke Plus. You just have to unlock it for the most part for each one of the guns. And the laser pistol's alt fire is especially useful since it's kind of a very charged, powerful blast. But actually this video is almost over. I've been taken hostage and I'm gonna fry.